I'm Lou Gallagher.
I'm Corvette Ronnie.
And this is Men Are So Smart. And you know what? You chicks, you think you know us. You don't know us.
You don't know nothing.
Watch this. Well, throughout time, women have been a mystery to men, and as such, men a mystery to women. Now, as a man, I have to admit, I don't believe we're all that complicated. But I'm sure you'd say the same about your gender as well. So today, we are here to help you, help us, help you, help us, help you, help us. We're going to do some myth busting here. Number one, the myth, men are not emotional. False. Men are emotional. We've just been taught from adolescence that being emotional is synonymous with weakness. And that weakness is a quality no man should be associated with. In fact, women, when you see men who have a weakness, you are not attracted to them. In fact, I have been, many years ago when I was single, in a position where I don't think I had a whole lot of confidence, and I believe that you women could pick up on that.
Maybe.
Through learning to care for others, playing with dolls, and other things typically associated with a female adolescence, women have been taught just the opposite and are encouraged to share how they feel. Men, on the other hand, play with action figures and video games that perpetuate violence and encourage toughness. Thus, we usually get angry and or violent when emotional. Thankfully, gender norms are being challenged today, and hopefully the expression of emotion will become less mutually exclusive among genders.
Absolutely. Number two, the myth is men are all about sex. Yeah. A man's sexual worth among men is traditionally measured by his ability to bed women, just as women's is believed to be to save herself. This discrepancy has therefore led men to pursue women for status. However, in many relationships, you'll find, as I have, that women want sex just as much as you do. In fact, in some cases, more. Again, because this is what we've been taught, when a woman is in an exclusive relationship, she's finally able to have guilt-free sex without judgment. Men, on the other hand, are put off the pressure of pursuing women for shallow means and may appear more tame once they're actually in a relationship.
It's important to be riding the same wave on this whole sex boat.
Yeah.
Number three, the myth, men don't like women to earn more than they do. While it has been documented that women earn significantly less money than men in the same position, men, at least modern men, are more than okay with women earning more dough than her beau. Again, dated gender roles have taught us that men should be the sole provider and provider of the household. And that's just not the case anymore.
No.
As such, as this transition occurs throughout society, the occasional man may feel insecure about his financial situation, not because he's supportive of her, but because he feels as though he isn't fulfilling his end of the bargain and may be failing you as a partner.
Number four, men only care about a woman's appearance. Yeah, this one, that's just lame. Men aren't cavemen captivated by appearances. Both men and women look for the same or similar qualities in a partner. As we age, these qualities evolve and we experience failed relationships. Though admittedly, when we're young, we tend to be more shallow and date the hot ones. As a result, like the conclusion to most romantic comedies, we discover looks aren't everything. And we kind of touched on this in an email last week.
We sure did.
Smart or sexy.
Yep.
Men and women aren't really that different when it comes to what we seek in a partner. Looks absolutely play a factor, but it's not exclusive.
You know, I was thinking about this. Isn't it amazing how the most average looking guy who happens to have money tends to get more beautiful women.
Yeah.
Now, what does that say exactly?
Shallow.
Who? On whose part?
Yeah, well,
Ladies?
I think if you look at the lead singer of the Cars,
Rick Ocasek?
Rico Kasich, he's married to a supermodel. And he is about the most, he's very lizard-like in his looks, yet he ended up with a supermodel. Now, by the same token, Tom Brady and Giselle, well, that right there that's a match made in heaven.
George Clooney and them all.
Bingo, you nailed it, exactly. But there are some cases that obviously looks can be overlooked.
Yeah, but doesn't that just, one, perpetuate a stereotype, and two, doesn't that put you in a very shallow relationship from the very start? Or am I completely full of crap and they're doing it for love?
Well, someone like Seal
Heidi Klum.
and Heidi Klum. Seal does not hit me as a ruggedly handsome guy. Heidi Klum, on the other hand, is
Breathtakingly beautiful.
yes, beyond compare. So, but at some point, I really think you can get past looks. Looks are, and trust me, looks fade over the years. Not in my case so much, but you know. But they do. Looks fade, and perfect example is Paul Newman and Joanne Woodward. Both were stunning. In fact, Paul Newman, I think, at the time was the world's sexiest man for several years running. And if you saw pictures of him before, you know, probably even like 5 years before his death, he had slipped a little bit. He just looked like your grandpa, no hair, and you know, a lot of age spots, and he looked very normal. So yeah, I think looks are fleeting.
The number 5 myth is women are more insecure about sex than men are. It's finally coming to light that guys can be insecure. But since insecurity is yet another sign of weakness, we aren't so forthright with this prospect, especially concerning sex. For instance, like you, we aren't sure how you'll feel about our naked bodies. Do we have too much body hair? What about that giant cyst on my back? Okay, maybe I interjected that. What's her stance on circumcision? Boy, I don't know if we take a stance on that.
Yeah.
Will we measure up? Do we even compare to the last dude you were with? That's the kind of thing that we think about, ladies. And trust me, on that first time, we're just as nervous as you are because we want to try to be on our best behavior and we want to have game.
Game's got to be there.
You got to have game, right?
Ducks got to be in a row.
All right, so
Yep.
on this one, trust me, we're just as insecure as you are.
Number 6, a man is only turned on when he shows it physically. That's not true. I think we can all say that. Just because we don't have those sensations doesn't mean we're not into whatever's going on. Just like a woman isn't always wet when she's turned on. I mean, if this was the case, I'd have a boner every time a pizza was placed in front of me. Seriously.
Let me get the phone. Hold on. I want to see this. Yeah. Hello? Is this Domino's? Oh, yeah, we need a pizza over here. Ronnie.
They know who I am.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you do know Ronnie. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Number 7. The myth, men are selfish lovers. Come on, man. This couldn't be less true.
No.
While the traditional bad boy might only care about getting off, since finding a willing woman doesn't take him much effort, most men pride themselves on their ability to cultivate a woman's feelings. I know I do. Not being able to do so is a disappointment and challenges his manhood, though it shouldn't. Of course, the selfishness displayed during sex is greatly impacted by the seriousness of the relationship he's in. If a man has feelings for a woman, he'll want to make sure she's pleased. Hopefully, finds him more attractive than any other potential partner.
Number 8, if he doesn't finish, he doesn't find you attractive. Well, yeah, that's obviously a myth. But I get it. We always tend to blame ourselves when something doesn't go right sexually. But like women, a lot of men can't reach orgasm every time. And for the most part, same reasons you can't. It doesn't have anything to do with you per se, but something else, either alcohol or a poor diet or for health reasons. Too many people regard the conclusion of sex being the orgasm, when this shouldn't be the case. Men fake orgasms too. For this very reason, if you two enjoy the sexual encounter, that's the most important thing. Sorry, did I look at you when I said that?
Awkward! All right, ladies, this is a hot topic. And we're going to just dive in head first right here. The myth. Men watch porn because they're sexually unfulfilled in their relationships. Many men, whether in a relationship or not, use adult films for personal reasons. It's why such material was created. A common misconception about men and porn is that the smut replaces his partner, when in reality, it doesn't at all. Adult films are fantasy, and almost every man understands that. We get it. These are things we tend to watch and never really intend to do with our girlfriend. But here's what I'm suggesting. Be open to the idea. Perhaps maybe you've never, as a woman, watched pornography. As a guy who has, admittedly, I can tell you that there are movies that you can watch that tend to cater to a woman's view of sex. It's broken down into categories like that. And it might not be a bad thing to share that with your husband.
Interesting.
Just saying.
Just throwing it out there.
Because I'm smart.
We're just throwing it out there.
It's the name of the show. Oh, that's not up there.
So the last one, number 10, men can't be friends with women.
I agree.
Well, that's not true.
No, but I agree.
Well.
So this is not true. And you're right.
Yes. Believing a man and a woman can't be friends is just ignorant.
That's me, ignorant.
It's no
Men
different.
are so ignorant. That's our other show.
That's a different show.
On the weekends.
Yeah, that comes out at 4 p.m.
4 p.m. every weekend.
It's no different than believing a gay man wants to have sex with any man he crosses paths with.
No, I don't think that way.
No. Well, thank you. Growing up, I had many female friends. I still do. Most of which I have no intention of having a relationship with. In fact, none of which. I got a wife already. In fact, I just reunited with one who I hadn't seen in a little over a year, and she's without doubt one of the most reliable and trustworthy friends I have. That tends to be the case with women, as they are, if they say they're going to be there, they're there. It's less complicated with guys because we do tend to think alike, but it is nice to have a female friend out there also, just for the other view, the other side of the coin.
Okay, got a question.
Yes, you.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yes.
How does your wife feel about you having female friends?
You know what? This one female friend that I have.
One?
Well, this one in particular that I'm pretty close to, and I have been close to her. Boy, we grew up together, and we were I was at her parents' house every night in high school. She actually is okay with it. Because she realizes that there's nothing going to happen. I'm way beyond. We just celebrated our 32nd anniversary wedding anniversary.
Married?
Married.
To each other?
To each other.
Oh, okay, 32.
In human years.
Right, got it.
Not that interested in starting up a new relationship in this point in my life. So
Although I was really encouraging on your post, wasn't I?
Yes.
32 years married,
That's
it's
nothing.
not too late to quit.
Yeah, pull the pin, get out of there.
While you can.
Yeah, I'm not willing to invest another 32. I just got this one trained the way I like her.
Oh,
So,
perfect, Ronnie, yeah. There goes our female audience right there. Thanks.
Or is it vice versa?
Okay, now look, here's what I propose. A scenario, okay? What if, and this is with no deference towards the person, the girl that you're talking about. Let's just make up another girl and call her Mary, okay?
All right.
Let's say that, Ronnie, you have a friend and you met her at work, okay?
All right.
And her name is Mary, and you became fast friends, and you're going to tell your wife about Mary because that's what you do when you're married. And the thing is, Mary is smoking hot. Mary is like, on a scale of 1 to 10, she's a 9, a 9.5. Is your wife still going to allow you to remain friends with her? And I use that word right there, allow.
You know what? She will. Because I'm here to tell you, when I was in patrol, I had a female patrol partner, who was attractive, and basically we made no bones about it. We were work wife, work husband. My wife had at her last work, she had herself a work husband. His name was Stuart. I'd met him several times. Great guy, very good guy. And everybody at their work knew them as work wife, work husband. So I think if you're secure enough in your relationship, I don't think it's an issue. And maybe not. There are some women that are have more jealousy than others. My wife and I think, are pretty solid. I know I don't worry about her, and I hope she doesn't worry about me.
Well, I'm here to tell you that I disagree.
Okay.
I have noticed in my lifetime that when a new friendship strikes up with a woman, and it happens all the time. For the longest time, I was in the radio business and worked with different people all the time. I did a morning show with a woman who I was not married to, and we were together for 6 to 8 hours every single day, sometimes at night as well, at a movie premiere or whatever it might be. And I have found, and this is where I disagree, it's been my observation that if the woman that I become friends with is not as attractive as, say, my wife is, she doesn't have a problem. However, when the woman might be really super attractive, then there's a little bit of doubt as to whether or not this friendship should continue. Are you like that, ladies? Or are you like Ronnie's wife? Now, I'm not saying that my wife is super jealous. I'm just saying that I think with some women, that is the criteria. Call me wrong. In fact, you can comment right down here. Comment on what I'm saying. Call me out on it. Give me some reasons, So today, we've brought you this segment. These are myths that are so wrong. And we've busted them.
Everyone.
We had to.
Well, maybe not that last one as much.
No, we will agree to disagree. All right. Information below. You'll find it right down here. Over my shoulder, you can subscribe to our channel, and we sure would appreciate that.
Please do.
Just click on that logo right there. You see it in the corner, and it will take you to our page. All right? Facebook, check it out. Our link is below. Hope you have a great time today. Hope you enjoyed the show. We'll see you next time on Men Are So Smart.